season between the Arizona Cardinals and the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Jackson looking to throw right away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. This time, Jackson will throw it. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They go play action now. Jackson out to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Hopkins, the man in motion right. They start the drive with Evans. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Corners are known for their ability to cover, but those that'll stick their nose in against the running game, that's a bonus for any team. And what a nice play right there, tackling him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray escaping the pressure, and he's taken down. That last sack puts Murray in the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, Murray. And the defense coming through. A sack on their 1st drive. What a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator, because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, that's got to feel great for them.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you... You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
No way, you're kidding me!
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff coming left, Evans. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Murray now to throw. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Evans running straight ahead. And he'll take this down to the 33.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now Murray off play action.
toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Evans.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Darrynton Evans taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Cardinals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals will take over possession here up at the 44.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull?
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Arizona. 52 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Omaha.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second down and goal. Murray flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Play fake. Murray.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. Illegal 4th down.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play, but so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And that's complete to Shepard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And Tucker missed it left. Normally reliable, this time no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
I'd say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here, you've got a chance to at least get on the board, but that goes by the wayside. And now, this coaching staff, they've got to figure out some way to wake this team up at halftime to get them going.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
1 second, all that remains.
A final shot before half for Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
In motion right is Brown. On second down, Evans looking for space.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing now is Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Murray now on first down. Buying time to his left. And the catch made by Hopkins.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Murray going to throw.
That pass complete to Moore.
A beautiful fake.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Now it's Jackson rolling to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Jackson will keep it, and he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there, and it'll give the Ravens a first down.
But they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Play action. Now Jackson steps away. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame.
A really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this 3rd quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points, and not really with a lot of hope, but with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here is going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
He got 29 yards that time.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Able to get this one to McBride. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Murray getting this out wide to Hopkins.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Second and 5 now. Murray got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it with Evans. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4 down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Jackson. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Cards have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And his throw here's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Back to throw. Murray. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a second timeout call for by the defense. As they'll get just under 90 seconds remaining. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Murray to throw. That's complete to McBride.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Moore, the man in motion.
To throw is Murray. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. Back to throw it, Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
To throw again on second down. Murray. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty, it helps a little, but they'll still have to navigate a 3rd and 9 now. Here's Murray.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray.
He'll flip this out to Evans.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.